Fast food is a greasy burger with a mound of French fries and a fizzy drink. It is identical all over the world and is meant to be eaten quickly without thinking. But real food is something else, and slow food knows it. Slow food believes that food should be good, the result of tradition, natural ingredients, and the knowledge of those who make it. It should be clean, respecting the earth that spawns it, and considerate of the health of producers and consumers. It should be fair, respecting workers, appreciating tradition, and valuing the richness of diversity. From these ideas of slow foods, a dream was born, creating food gardens in villages, cities, and schools all over the world, because it is in gardens that this kind of food is created. How do you make a vegetable garden? First of all, take a good look around you. No garden is like any other because the soil and the people who work it are different. What is our soil like? Sandy, clay, full of stones? Does it rain often? Does it never rain? Are there any trees, rivers? What are the local plants? Do they grow well? How are they cooked? To find out the answers, we can ask our community's women and older farmers. After observing our environment, we can start building our garden. Is it going to be big or small? How many people are going to farm it? How many families will rely on its produce? What can we use to fence it? Thorny plants, bamboo canes, interwoven leaves, poles, bushes? Is there any waste that we can use to build seed beds? Anything can be of use. Pieces of iron, plastic bottles, tubes, empty drums. Now we need to decide what to grow. Traditional plants, which have already adapted to the soil and climate, are certainly better. Older people know the features of these plants and how to grow and cook them. More importantly, they know how to save their seeds. These seeds are just as important for our future as soil and water. The garden should include different plants and rotate them year after year to help the soil produce better. Each country has its gardens, and each garden has its plants. In Mexico, corn, beans, and pumpkins are grown with the old system of milpa, where they rotate and are replaced by broad beans, tomatillo, and many different types of chilies. In Senegal, mango, moringa, and banana trees grow next to black-eyed beans and bambara peas, African eggplants, okra, and hibiscus flowers. In Japan, vegetable gardens produce food as well as harmony and peace. With the colors and shapes of cabbages and turnips, old varieties of radicchio, such as Susayama, cucumber, such as Tonojima, medlar, and cherry trees. The garden may contain a small nursery to grow large trees, which, once transplanted, will generate new young forests. A simple act for a better future. Nothing is wasted in the garden. Animal manure, compost, mulch. There are many natural ways to nourish the soil. To keep the soil healthy, nettle, neem, garlic, or chili leaves mixed with ash and soap are often more effective than pesticides. They cost nothing, and even more importantly, do not poison the earth or people. Water is an indispensable resource, and the garden knows how to use it. Old vats and tanks are filled with rainwater for the dry seasons. Pierced plastic bottles and clay jars are useful to let the water drop slowly without waste. The garden is the place where young people can learn from farmers and women who hold ancient knowledge and recipes. Here, they can learn how to farm differently and to cook food according to their traditions. Children can go to the garden too and learn geometry, mathematics, geography, and discover their love for the earth. There are 1,000 ideas and experiences that develop from a vegetable garden. This is why Slow Food has created a network to share them all. Those who live near each other can exchange seeds. Those who live far can explain how they grow them, and those even further away can support the creation of new gardens. Gardens thus become a way to get to know each other and to discover that we are all equal and different at the same time. Many communities share the work and the harvest. The food produced is used by families, exchanged with relatives and neighbors, and sold fresh or cooked. When there is a lot of it, it is processed into sauces, preserves, and flours for the winter. Food is solidarity and sharing. Many families have their own little garden that provides them with nutritious and safe food that they don't need to buy. In many situations, this can be the difference that allows them to live a decent life. Slow food gardens are multiplying in schools all over the world. Children and their teachers learn how to create food, look after it, and cook it. The creation of a garden is a great way to educate young people on food sovereignty. Choosing the best way to farm the land means respecting its history, features, and diversity. A small, simple garden can help us build a better future together.